Hello, and welcome to Rhapsody, episode 120, The First Serial Murders. The Portopia serial murder case by Yuji Horii was an adventure game from the early 80s that had a definite impact on the development of the visual novel and Japanese adventure game genre. In this game, a series of murders prompt us and our assistant Yasu to investigate what is all connecting them together. Today's game is going to be kind of interesting because this is a game that, over here, it never came out. In the US and really any English-speaking territory, this game kind of was just a game that you heard from people who are familiar with Japanese games, because this game originally came out only in Japan around 1983. This game apparently has quite a legacy, because the game we're taking a look at today is a game that is translated roughly as the Portopia serial murder case. It is a game that was developed by, or it is the first game actually developed by one Yuji Horii. Yuji Horii being the developer of Dragon's Quest, or the person behind a lot of the design for Dragon Quest. In fact, this is actually one of Enix's first big kind of commercial games, I believe. To actually kind of go through a little bit of history of Enix, which will lead up to this game. The Enix is actually, it's not so much a company as in, say, something like Konami or something like Square. Enix is actually more of a publishing house. It's kind of like if you think about Electronic Arts. They have some studios, but it's mostly just independent studios working all under one name. And Enix was more of a, I wouldn't say indie collective, but it was more of a collective of different developers rather than one unit. And one of the first things that Enix ever did was host a publishing contest to kind of say, hey, if you're an amateur developer, give us your game and we'll... It's mostly, these were early computer, like PCs, not even the PC-88. These would be PC, probably 8001 computers. And a developer by the name of Koichi Nakamura submitted to this contest a game called Door. I think that happened in Europe as well. But he submitted a game called Door, and it was just this weird kind of shifting door puzzle game that won the contest and made him, I believe, as he was a college student, he was making something like 10 million yen in the early 80s. It was big for him. So he ended up since he I guess I got a knack for this, he ended up making a company that was named Chunsoft. And one of the first games that Chunsoft developed, this is a game we're going to be taking a look at here. And one of the first Chunsoft employees was Yuji Horii. So, let me go ahead and launch the game. Quick. I'm going to be doing the Famicom release of this game. It was an early, I believe it was, we'll see in the game. I think it gives a year, but it's pretty early. Okay. Oh, it just gives the translation. So yes, actually, I wonder if I can find that out real quick. Also, yes, if you're wondering if that Chunsoft is in fact the other half of Spike Chunsoft, you'd be correct. It just says June 1983, I believe that was original release. Famicom released November 29th, 1985. So not a launch title by any means, but it is pretty early in the Famicom's lifespan. If it being early, I believe this is one of, 2 or 3 games that, if you're familiar with how the NES, how a NES game is kind of hardware-wise developed, you might be familiar with the concept of mappers. Mappers basically, I believe, being kind of hardware revisions. If you think about a Famicom, these games being basically tiny motherboards, little bits of ROM, read-only memory, that you could put little hardware pieces on in order to get to work. This is one of the I believe, as I said, I believe 3 games that did not require any additional hardware to be bolted onto the motherboard. You could just take the base Famicom cart, and that's it. The other one that I can think of off the top of my head that is like that is the original Hide-Wide, or the port of Hide-Wide. So yeah, let's go ahead and start. I think I believe that they were working on it before, like around the time Chunsoft was being created. Yeah, I've if it's not Chunsoft, it's I believe they might have became Chunsoft by the time this version came out. But I know the people who are behind Chunsoft are definitely involved with the original. So this person is not in fact us, it is our subordinate, Yasuhiko Mano. He will be kind of our, if you remember Princess Tomato, he's kind of our Percy, except he doesn't drop our shit every time that we go into a new room. So yes. Okay, so one thing that's actually kind of interesting about this is that we could kind of do whatever. We are kind of have free reign to kind of carry out our investigation as we needed. Basically, there's been a murder, and I believe it will tell us what we'll find out there. Iggy, this is kind of a the Hokkaido serial murder game. The Hokkaido serial murders, I believe, is kind of a spiritual successor of this. So let's go to Yamakawa Mansion, because I believe this is where the murder took place. Actually, other than that, let's go to the police station. I'm sure someone there could help. Oh. That's not going to help us now. We don't have anyone to investigate. No, we cannot arrest our subordinate because it will just say, hey, it's Walty. Yeah. Okay, so let's go inside. Oop. Shot that. Okay. Well. Let's see, what all do we got? Investigate thing. So what's interesting is that in the Famicom port, whenever you do like an action, it looks like your character is like, it doesn't like come up. Like if I do this where it gives a question mark, and then if I say dead body, it looks like it's specifically typing it out. In the original releases of this game, this used a text parser system. 9 p.m. around 9 p.m. of the 17th. Investigate someone. Oh, actually no. Investigate thing. Cause of death. Okay, stabbed in the neck. Oh, I don't want to do that. Actually, I can ask. Oh, I can't ask Yasu. Investigate. See something on what looks like this desk. Well, let's go ahead and take that matchbox. Let's get the matchbox. Ah. Well. 11731. You know what? I'm going to need some help. Got that to the side. See, ask. Oh, I guess they didn't. Huh. Let's see. Okay. Let's go around. Okay, so we're the only ones in the mansion, so studies where the crime took place. Go outside. Let's go to the police station. Let's bring Kozu. Oh. Okay, so he had a nephew named... Yeah, and imagine if you're a loan shark, you're probably not making a lot of friends. Likely story. Eh. Okay. Let's see, can we bring in... Okay. Okay. Okay, so she was, at English school. Okay, so... Yet. Wonder if she might know anything about them Smashbox. I guess not. We can bring someone else in here. Let's see this Toshi person. You look, like you're not... you're just in your apartment. Okay. Okay, so it's not really going to tell us much. Let's see. You know about the Matchbox. Alright, well, if that's the case, let's go poking around, seeing if anyone else knows anything. Why not? Mr. Harada. Okay, let's see. It's not gonna work. Let's see. Okay, so that's our inventory. And nothing really seems to be street or anything else. Oh, we can just go to the... Oh, well, let's go to the Covey Harbor. Okay. So I guess that's Toshi's alibi, so he's not it. Okay. Let's go ahead and move to that PAL bar. Or we can just go onto this boat. Oop. Well, I guess we're going here now. Well, that is true. He said it was at his apartment. Yeah. Troy. That's a good point. Let's call him out on that. If it'll let us. Okay, that was quick. Toshi. Oop. Oh, also, so, yeah, here's a fun thing you can do. Oh, I guess, yeah. Okay. So I guess, having that with us, so what, do we have that photo with us? Okay, good. Let's see. We can bring someone else in. I'm not quite, I can't quite remember, as far as that. Okay. It's about your father. Do you know anything about the murder victim? Do you have an alibi? Okay. Let's move back to the harbor. I wonder if we can show... I wonder if this works, if I just show item. Oh, I guess that didn't do anything. Doing fine. Let's go back to, okay. Let's see. Actually, I wonder if I take, I wonder if I dial the PAL again. Oh, there's no phone here. I guess there's not a payphone around there. Let's go to the mansion. Let's go inside. Just to use your phone. Give him work and figure out where the hell it is. Okay. But there. Dude. Tall bar. Okay, then I guess we'll just go right over there. Okay, I can bump it up a little bit. Oh, you're just really only hearing just beeps. Let's see. See. Oh, yeah, there is no music. Oh. Okay, I wonder if we show... Maybe they know Mr. Harada. Or not. Let's go head out. While we're here, might as well, since it's letting us. Oh. Sure. Well. While we're here, we might as well just get pictures of everyone. Let's see. Yeah. Take photo. Okay, and then let's call out. Photo. Oh. Let's see. Let's see. Let's go back to the manor, see if we missed anything. Okay, let's investigate. Huh. Let's take that ring. Let's go inside. investigate the thing. Huh. Look inside the cabinet. Huh. Okay. Let's take a look under the table. Again. Yeah, I wasn't quite in this beneath area. Oh. Oh. Let's try looking under this table. Okay, so this game apparently has some pixel hunting going on. Which is great, because you can't even see the pixel. That. Let's see. Let's see. Check something. Oh, investigate something. Actually, let me have you take a look at, or give me the stuff on Toshi. So, alone near the harbor. By the harbor. Yeah, let's investigate. Maybe someone nearby knows where Toshi lives. Oh, we can just go to Toshi's apartment now. Huh. Oh. Well, let's take a look at this memo that's in Toshi's apartment. Huh. Star 1-5, okay. Reading it left to right. Why don't we try star 1-5? Hand over the item. Wow, this is the worst drug deal I've ever seen. Well, let's go, intercept this, this trade. Let's, sure, let's take the package. Actually, first, let's take the C. Although, actually, hey... Oh, damn. Well, that sucks. Let's go see what Toshi has to say about his mysterious, not drugs. Wait. Oh, thank you for the host ID. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, we have the package with us. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, let's go back to PlayStation. Kind of wish this game was a little better about telling you, hey, you have something. It's done it a couple times, but it just wish it was a little bit more consistent. Okay. Oh, we forgot to take the memo. Oh, god damn it. Hold on one sec, I gotta steal some from your apartment. Yoink. Oh. Okay, Toshi, now... What do you gotta say about this, weird memo that you have in your desk? That the puzzle is just look at it in a different way. That is not Doodle. Also, look at this package. Eh. Okay, and now what do you have to say about your alibi? That's bullshit. How about we hit you? Yep, it was a drug deal. Okay. Well. Hooray, we have solved drugs. We have not solved Stabby. Okay. Oh. Did we miss something? What's going... Let's, call Toshi again. got some that we're kind of curious about. Oh, it's Yukiko's ring. But we don't need to do that. Let's go to Kyoto. Okay, I think there is a thing of phone numbers in the manual that because apparently this guide is just saying, hey, why don't you call this? I have no idea why you would know. Oh. Check something. I wonder if he... Oh, actually, I know. Investigate... Oh. Oh, how do I do this? Oh, did I not take... Oh, I forgot to take the lighter. And let's go ahead and take this lighter. Investigate thing. See. Let's take dial. Hmm. See if we can talk to, Oh, it's stuff we already did. I think we can move to... Back to... Here. Move to the PAL bar. Problems have a guide up, but it seems to be a weird translation of the guide. That's not what I asked you to do. Hey, Kishizzle. see. We missed something at the mansion. Take the photo? Oh, there we go. Well, you're not giving us answers, which means, unfortunately, say hello to Mr. Hammer. Oh. Oh. Now that we have the photo, maybe that's what we need at the snack bar. Let's see. Photo. Cosmos. Kawamura. Huh, that's interesting. I'll see if someone outside knows where Mr. Knows, where Mr. Kawamura is. Huh. Okay. There's something about the faces in which the face is one color, the eyes and the neck, or the ears and the neck are a completely different color, and slightly off-putting. Huh. Hmm. Now let's go back to town. Habitual con man. Oh, so he's one of those, like, capital or liquid capital companies. Or whatever those, forgot what the term is. Bain capital in those. Eh? Check some real quick. see. See. The fact here is basically saying that I need to move back to Hanakuma, and supposedly back to there's something here. Maybe they know where Mr. Kawamura is. Try something real quick. So let's go to Kyoto. It really wants me to go to Kyoto. Oh, here. Here we go. Huh. Oh. Hmm. Yeah, that's not good. Uh, you're coming to a very abrupt conclusion. Now, is it going to be investigate thing to do the body? Oh, let's go report this to the police. Huh. Well, then, I guess he didn't kill him then. Let's see. With that. Well, then let's, back here. Let's at least, maybe break the news for, let's see. Move to Kanji, see that maybe. Damn it, nope. Let's see, maybe let's go back to, Bay. Kuma. Let's see. Let's go back to the police station. Actually, I forgot, or was it Yukiko that actually gave ring? Okay, okay, sure. Huh. Okay. Okay, well, let's head to the Samir apartments. Hmm. You might be an idiot, Yasu. Let's see. Let's go report that to the police. Okay, what do you know about that? Sawaki Industries. Okay. That seems very interesting that, they share a name. Go to the harbor. Onto the boat. Older brother. Butterfly-shaped birthmark on his shoulder. Hmm. That's very descriptive. If we can find this brother. I guess not. Let's go to the police station. A map. Huh. Who said anything about an underground maze in the mansion?
Oh, hey, there's an underground maze in the mansion.
Oh, thanks. Good. Yeah, I'm not. That's nice. I'm not going to need. I have a map here because I'm not an idiot. Um. Okay, let's see. Um. Let's go find this underground maze in the mansion. Go inside. Let's move into the living room. Um. Let's see. Let's take that picture frame. That looks like something. I'll hit that button. Let's Go back to the study. Oh! There's just a trap door there. Let's move down the stairs.
Some fun parties at the mansion.
Alright, well, so this looks great. Let me go resize this so I can do it, but we have a fun little first-person maze.
Yeah. It's a feature.
Okay, so let's, where do we start here? Okay. If any of you, for some reason, are interested in making facts, here's a tip. If you are using an ASCII maze, or making an ASCII maze, do not have one letter be S to start, and then another one be the $ for safe. Okay, so let's... Okay, good. So 1, 2, 3. Left. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not good. 1. Left. 1, 2, 4. Right. 1, 2, 5. Left. 1, 2. Right. Wall.
Hmm.
Here we go.
Oh, that'll keep you from brute forcing it.
Yep. Uh-huh.
That's odd.
Let's, investigate the thing. Huh. Yeah, I bet he would. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Okay, so there's an Easter egg that I want to see or to show, and I just need to figure out where exactly we are.
Is this the Famicom version?
Yes,
Oh, I thought there was like a hammer in this one that you would use to bang on stuff.
there is, but yeah, I guess you don't need it for that bit.
I guess not. Okay.
Okay, let's see. There's the... Okay, so we're here. Okay, so I think if we do this... We're here, and then... Over here. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering, where Dragon Quest got a major influence, since this is Yuji Horii game... So this is a wizardry reference.
Yeah.
Yep. Apparently both Koichi Nakamura and Yuji Horii are big wizardry fans.
And they kept that in the NES port. This is pretty impressive. Is this fan translated?
Yes.
Wikipedia says this game is embedded in Metal Gear Solid 5.
It is. I forgot to mention that bit. Yeah, this game was hugely influential to Kojima.
Yeah. Well, it does look pretty neat. I mean, like I was going to say...
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I was going to say that this looks pretty generic as visual novels go, but then you have to point out, yeah, but it's like the first one.
It is the first one. So actually, we have everything we need to actually solve this. Because we're looking for there's a thing about well, actually, let me check. Let's go to the police station. Let's talk to Fumi since we now found some more information about her. Oh. Oh, not that kind of call. What was that? 117. Two 493. Okay. Oh. Oh, actually, you know what? I bet you that we just did a sequence break. Or we just got that in weird order because we already found that out. So let's go back to the police department. And let's talk to, let's call out Fumi. That's unfortunate. Let's try calling that number again. Huh. Let's see. Oh, anyway, let's we have a mysterious brother that no one knows about. Let's see, maybe it's Toshi the brother? Let's see. Hey, Toshi, take your clothes off. Huh. Let's call out, alright, Mr. Camille. Are you the brother? Take your clothes off. Alright, it's not gonna be Miss Harada. It's not gonna be Yukiko. It's not gonna be Okui. Hey, just for giggles, let's see. Back to Hanakuma. Move to the police station. Just for giggles, hey, hey, Yasu, why don't you take your clothes off? Hey, Yasu, take your clothes off. Yasu, take your clothes off. Huh. Interesting. You're the older brother. Also, you're the murderer.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, so there's kind of a Japanese, I guess, kind of meme thing that, you know, the whole, like, spoiler for something that's just kind of more well known. In Japan, Yasu is the culprit is apparently one of those things.
Like Rosebud was the sled.
Yeah, like that. There's actually, the one thing I remember to it, there is actually a reference in, I remember seeing in the chibi, I forgot exactly what the series is called, but it's the chibi version of Haruhi Suzumiya. They make a reference to this.
That does put in perspective Yazoo telling you the case is over, we can quit now, into some perspective.
Yeah. Also might have, since Kojima was a big fan, I wonder if that had something to do with Big Boss telling you Metal Gear, hey, shut off the console, you're done here.
Mate, this was better.
Because especially as they give you the option to do it. But so that secret code, that's something in the fan translation. If you go to their website, you can go with that. I wonder if the website actually is still open. Oh, let me check something real quick. Let me check to see if this website is still up. Oh, here. Alright, well, let's, now that we finished that, let's, do what we did with, whatchamacallit. Well, let's go, take a look at this thing. Except we're not going here. We need to go here. So this is DVD Translation's website, and let's interact.
Unspoiled by progress.
Let's see. Let's see, Mr.
Do you have your script blockers on?
This is using the OBS default. I'd like to see if... Did I have that right? Mr. Sakurai, that's what it was.
It might be that the code that does this is broken.
Yeah, it might be the fact that, Oh well. Well, maybe we can actually just take a look. If it will let me... Scroll. scroll. Sir. Heck, let me. Oh, there's that, but it's not gonna let me. Oh well, I guess. Well, actually, how about this? Why don't we do it like this? We just
Okay,
do this.
I found the webpage.
Oh. You found the what? The secret web page?
I found the secret webpage. Let me. I'll
Extremely
post it in Mike Wielder Hut.
Okay. That link.
They didn't make it Google proof.
Yeah, that's good.
It's also annoying to read.
Oh yes. Let's. That's not gonna help. You're not gonna be able to see the whole thing of this. Let me just skim through this real quick. Apparently there's a lockpicking thing that apparently they found.
Hmm?
Yeah, it looks like it.
What's
Yeah.
up?
Let's see.
We're out looking at the end game stuff.
Nice. I'm glad I got here in time just for that.
Oh yeah, here is a reference in Rose and Maiden to Yasu as the culprit. Okay. So yeah, that is, I guess that.
Yeah, the fan translation thinks they took out the key puzzle. The implementers took the key puzzle out of the Famicom game because they ran out of resources. Because they said it's partially implemented in the ROM, but not complete.
Interesting. All right. Well, with that, so Portopia serial murder case. It is definitely aged. By being the first of the Japanese visual novel style of like adventure, like Famicom Detective Club. It is surprisingly forward-thinking and also not at the same time. Like it definitely shows its age.
Well,
The most important thing, it is very historically relevant.
Yes.
Yeah. So what would you say hasn't aged very well?
The finding the lighter and all that was really bad because there's no like graphical indicator. Like sometimes you'll like the matchbox, you could see it on the table, and you know to look for it. But looking under the table, you would not have known that there could have been a lighter underneath it, or going into the drawer to like find that photo.
Right.
And also there is some like it kind of just lets you go wherever, which is interesting, but also can very easily get you lost.
You're also not mentioning the maze in the basement.
Oh, right. The three. I mean, that also should just. That is just a 3D maze thing. Like, that is. And I'm looking at the maze layout right here. Yeah, this is basically a wizardry.
Yeah, worm tunnel.
Yeah, it is basically a worm tunnel. I would say maybe you would be able to find your way out, but nothing so. It's also nondescript that it really. It would be very hard and very unpleasant to find.
And you have to find a secret door by banging your face against it repeatedly. It seems like an odd inclusion in the game that was very accessible.
Yeah, because like especially just thinking of last night's discussion where we were talking about like dead end puzzles. There is no way to dead end yourself. In fact, the way that the saving works in this is that there is no saving. But then again, if you know exactly where all the items are, you can just go ahead and take them.
Yeah, which is a very interesting design. I know later there'll be some controversy saying, was it really a game? It's like, well, if you just know the answer at the beginning of the game, you're cheating. So,
but it's that kind of thing where it's like, it's the, oh, hey, you've seen it, therefore your experience is mostly off the first run.
Right. Live for Tomorrow. What is that? Not Live for Tomorrow. What was that called? The movie where Tom Cruise keeps dying and coming back. All you need is kill is what they called it in Japan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Groundhog Day kind of crap.
Okay.
Which does free them up from having to worry about that kind of stuff.
Right. Just thinking in a way of like, okay, what would I place that over, like the games we have here?
Well, the Shiva is also a murder mystery, so how do you think it's stacked against that?
I would say that the Shiva is a better, like, I would say that the Shiva is definitely a better game.
Okay.
I would say that if I were to kind of just plop it somewhere, because it is, for its time, it is pretty fascinating.
How does it compare to Deja Vu, which is a similar style and also more noir, but still?
The one thing I will say about this game's, especially its story, is that for its age, like I'm thinking of Deja Vu, like thinking of that murder mystery, like thinking of just the raw stories between Portopia and also Deja Vu, I would say Portopia has a much better story than Deja Vu.
Portopia felt more like a murder mystery, whereas Deja Vu feels more like a puzzle game.
Also, Deja Vu, like if I'm thinking of just like the stories of Deja Vu, seems like a motif off of like recurring tropes of like mafia stuff. Whereas,
Deja Vu was like some pretty sloppy noir.
Whereas Portopia is a crafted story.
Well, why don't you rank against Princess Tomato?
I would put Princess Tomato above it.
Okay. And Another World is almost a different category.
Yeah, it's there by the virtue of its spectacle.
Yeah, so I guess we would have to come back to Deja Vu then. So which would you, Lolo, rather play? Deja Vu or Portopia?
I would... Part of me wants to put it in between Mega Man Sprite Game and Panic.
Okay.
Because Panic, while it's still that whole thing, it's like, it throws a lot of gags at you, but very few of them stick. So it's like this, not only is it
it's a goofy little toy box.
You have to be, not only is it you have to be of that kind of humor, even if you're into that humor, it occasionally pulls it off, but it's not, it's quantity over quality for Panic.
Sure. I can see you putting it there. It is interesting that you'd rank Pac-Man 2 higher than Portopia.
He really likes Pac-Man 2.
That's fine.
Then also, Pac-Man 2, if you were to play both of these games like side by side and like try and go through these guide lists, I feel you would be able to finish Pac-Man 2 before this. And also, I think there's something more of Pac-Man 2 that I find more charming than this.
Yeah,
this is a very
I think it speaks to Lolo's tastes, so yeah.
It does, and really, I bet you in the long run, if we're thinking about going forward, of like if we're saying, okay, what does this list look like? Like when there's 100 more games on this particular list, I would say that they're probably going to be probably close to each other.
Okay, well then put it there. That seems pretty fair.
So it's not like I would say there's going to be a huge split between them, or there could be, but I would say it is going to end somewhere in the middle.
Right. Well, it does appear that you would put Uninvited and Shadowgate above Portopia.
I would, because I would think that those games are at least a little bit more interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, I would definitely agree. Portopia is remarkably accessible, which is really cool.
It's kind of that same thing, if you think about, in terms of shmups, if you think about Bosconian, like the original arcade game, where it is incredibly old, but also still very approachable.
So the voice samples are really good.
That too. So yeah, let's go ahead and put that there for now.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of why I was disputing some of the other adventure game stuff, is that Portopia felt like it was a game and then invited you to solve it, rather than you fight an interface to get to where you wanted to. Although that's not 100% true in the game. I mean, there are a couple weirdo puzzles, but for the most part, it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, for being like one of the first, it is. Also,
yeah, you actually don't have murder. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, there. I just remembered that I had to fix Phantasmagoria because I put the wrong date on there.
Okay. Yeah, because you haven't actually done Murder Club yet.
No, I have not done Murder Club yet.
Okay, that also, would be interesting to see how it stacks up.
Also, the one thing that I just kind of think of is that the fact that it's a Chunsoft game. So the lineage of where Spike Chunsoft is now in the games that they're producing.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that, they're the Danganronpa people.
I mean, also Zero Escape.
Oh, right, they are Zero Escape.
Yeah, the weird part is it says they made sequels to Portopia and that Yazoo's still in it, which is kind of weird because did we just arrest him for murder?
Yeah, there is a game that's out on the Switch in Japan that looks, I could have sworn it was if you're looking at a screenshot of it, it looks like a remake of this. But it's apparently a full game that they just made in that style. And I have no idea what it's called because it's all in kanji.
Yeah!
Yeah, the Wikipedia says they've been remaking it for mobile platforms.
Oh yeah, this game got a lot of ports. See Tone.
Oh yeah, that's right. They've also been publishing the remake.
Of course.
God,
should we put this under crimes?
Yeah, it's a crime game.
Yeah,
you're
it's
literally
a murder mystery.
Okay.
I wasn't even here for that, and I know that.
Should we say that the audience? Should we say that the audience is balanced?
Oh yeah, this is very accessible.
Okay. So.
Well, are those the content warnings?
Yeah, these are the content warnings.
Yeah, there was blood.
There was blood, but I would not put the little tiny bit of blood there.
Okay.
Like, it is not like, say... Like, I mean... I was gonna say, like, thinking of, like, Famicom Detective Club, that also had blood, and we didn't put that.
Roger that. So, would you put a Japan note about this?
Yes, now I think about it.
I mean, this is a fan
Is there a tag for, like, very, like, historically important?
I have one, I think, but I haven't really been using it, because that's really kind of...
Like a keystone or something?
Yeah, I thought I might have had one at some point, but I think I just kind of didn't want to do that because that's, like, it is very... I mean, these lists are already so, like, subjective as they are. Like, where does that line draw?
Mm-hmm.
Is kind of
I mean, I was figuring, like, big moments, but I can understand that.
Yeah. If I figure out some system, I would definitely put that for there.
You know, the art style, like, I'm guessing they used a limited character set and repeated a lot, and then they did it linelessly, which is an unusual choice.
The fact that they were able to do this game, like I said in the intro, this is a game that uses the absolute bare minimum of what you need to make an NES game, like, actually function. Like, it is one of... I really should look that up, but it's like one of 3 games that require no additional hardware other than just the base motherboard. At least I think that's how mappers work, but it is the one that has no mapper required. Like, it does this with the absolute limited, the most limit you could put yourself in. And this is 1985 for the port. So the Famicom had been out for 2 years at this point, and even Nintendo's launch titles use mappers. So, yeah.
It's a triumph of minimalism of design.
I guess. Like, I think Tyrion was mentioning something that all the graphics in this game are done by lines.
Oh, well, I think in the original, yeah. There's it's lineless. They're all colored shapes using like a smaller character set, like almost like ASCII art. It's really impressive that things look like things.
Yeah, I was for Tyrion, like, it is actually less hardware than but yeah, it will be less hardware than Donkey Kong and Super Mario Bros. 1.
Yeah, later visual novels needed to use advanced memory not just for character sets, but also for all the story. Like Metal Slayer Glory is the opposite of this.
Yeah, which actually, now that you think about it, like, storing all those flags. Because I believe some of the other mappers are RAM.
Yeah, there's only 2 kilobytes of random access memory on the freaking Famicom. But as you explained, it doesn't have to save things like inventory and even some
but it did save inventory.
Oh, it did? Well, but not a lot. I mean, this isn't like Shadowgate or Uninvited.
Yeah, I think you had like 8 items total.
Right, which is a byte.
So if you needed more, like, unless you kept the byte for, okay, you have these items, and you had an additional byte for, okay, because what, I think there was like 8 people you could have photos of?
Yeah, I mean, still, it's pretty minimal.
Yeah. So, like/dislike.
So, well, we like the art.
Yeah, art, definitely.
I didn't hear any music. Did you have it?
There is no music. There is no music. There are very minimal sound effects. Like, you got that beep, and that's about it.
Gotta save memory.
I was saying, would that work against it then?
I did feel like it could have used like a tune or 2. I don't know what I'd call that though. Well,
a lack of sound. You could put dislike and put the mute icon. In fact, there's nothing.
And you could also use the sound ones that you have. You've got a bunch of sound ones. You could figure it out.
Yeah, I could put speak up. Oh, there.
No, yeah, that works. Whatever.
Okay. So, the one thing
Would you say there was any cheese or moon logic or anything like that?
Because
I missed all of it. Or milk.
I wouldn't say it's milk. I would just say it's kind of meandering. Like, there's no guidance.
Well, there was something. Is it milk for when you have to do the same thing repeatedly to make something happen?
Milk is the fact that it's aged quite a bit.
Oh, aged poorly. What's the one where it makes you do something pointlessly repetitively?
I mean, we have recycled content. Well, it's not recycled content.
Let's look at the emojis. Bring it up.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Oh, shut up. Too much grinding. But actually, grinding and play. Like, this had one of those things I've seen in adventure games where you try guessing stuff, so you do something that you think might solve the adventure, but it doesn't work the first time, so they make you do it 3 or 4 times before it actually kicks in. And there's nothing that, that just seems kind of pointless of why do that. because later it might sneak up on you if someone says, well, did you try knocking on the walls? And you say, yeah, it didn't do anything. And they say, no, you have to do it like 4 times. It's like, 4?
I would probably say notably aged poorly. If it's something like that.
I can kind of see it. Yeah. I mean, if you're looking at these lists and you come across this game and it's like, wow, this is definitely aged. So I think that.
Otherwise, you'd have to make yet another emoji.
There's only a limited number of them.
Just a winding road for meandering.
Well, a meandering flag might be a good criticism, to mention about it, because it is slightly different. Grinding is when you have to do something and get your numbers up like east, whereas this was
directionless.
Yeah, it was a little directionless. A pet peeve of mine is one where you make someone do the same task repeatedly.
Was there any hint that you had to do it repetitively? Like, I missed all of it. Okay, see, that is the problem.
Yeah, that's...
I fucking hate it when, particularly adventure games pull that shit a lot, where you just have to talk to the same thing over and over without knowing it.
Yeah. Well, that's Portopia murder serial case, so... I knew we were going to finish that early, I just kind of didn't realize, the fact that, I didn't want to, say, oh, hey, we're going to do other stuff, since, didn't know exactly how long, but since it's still, we have some time, I think since I mentioned the game during the intro, I'm going to bring up at least one more game to take a look at, because, it is still kind of interesting to take a look at, from a historical standpoint.
Oh, that's a good start.
Let's see. And I believe this has a Famicom port. So it should be easy to load. Yeah, here it is. It's got to load. I can turn off that. So this is... when exactly, but I believe this game came out in 1981 originally. But this is also technically a Chunsoft game. This is Door. This was the game that Koichi Nakamura submitted to Enix to win the contest that made him kind of the game designer he is now. Also, it is looking a little weird. Hopefully that's just the intro. Okay, so the goal, open doors and close doors. Give me a second. Let's try that again. Okay, so this kind of has a weird, almost Burger Time-ish. Also, you can open doors from either way, but they can only enter if it's, the proper way. Oh, that's gonna... There we go. Yeah. Go. Except once they go into a door, they can't go back in. They can't open it back up it again.
They'll come back out if you reopen the door?
But you can't open the door again.
Oh, yeah, there's no doorknob.
And eventually they will leave.
You mean the monsters just get sick of your crap and just leave?
Yeah. Oh.
The designs are awesome.
Yeah, this is a very... The monsters are very well designed for a game of this age. Oh, now we can only open doors from certain directions. There. Because, yeah, you can see the little icon that they're about to leave.
So that keeps you from just opening all the doors and just having them rush out.
Yep.
Oh, you missed your candy.
Yep, I did.
Is that green tack on the floor something dangerous?
Let's find out. Yes. Oh, apparently the bombs are dangerous too.
I just deeply appreciate that this is a game about being that asshole who opens up the door while they're 5 feet away.
Yep. I'm kind of curious what that does.
Can you climb up that mesh, or can only the enemy?
Oh. Apparently it's fall damage.
Also, man, this game's fucking adorable.
Oh. Let's see. Ah, apparently they can only climb that up. Or, yeah,
Okay.
climb up that.
Figured it was something like that.
So, actually, I wonder if I leave
This
it...
game's really cute, and also I really like the music.
Yeah, apparently he also composed the... Like, he must have done, I think... Well, actually, before I say that, because I'm pretty sure Chunsoft at this time was, you know, a full, like, development house with, like, probably a musician or two. Let me just check. Yep. Cannot drop off at all. Except now I gotta do this from a certain angle. Ooh, actually I can get the conga line going.
You might be able to get all 4 guys in one door.
It's gonna be close.
I believe you.
Yep. Oop, you're not quite in yet. There. Okay, now I just gotta... Oh, actually, I'm gonna have to jump over that guy. Here we go, this should be fine.
I like your meh face for your lives.
Oh! A Pac-Mania!
Oh, yeah. He's new. We haven't seen him before.
Oh, that's not gonna work.
Can you make the snake jump to his death?
I wonder, actually.
No, he won't. He won't jump if it's an invalid jump.
I can just hang out here.
Oh, so the ladders are just for you?
Looks like it. Okay, I'm getting rid of you first. To make this a little bit more difficult, but should still be fine. Oh, that's too fast. Yep.
This is very cute. And this is a Famicom game?
Yes. Originally, I don't... I was gonna say this is pre PC-88 in terms of like age of software. Okay, PC. Oh wow, PC 6001.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, it's pretty cute.
Let's do one more.
Snake Buddy's back.
Also looks like they have the same walking speed. Nope. Okay.
Your greed undoes you.
Okay, this I kind of want to see. Oh.
Yeah, they actually made this a mechanic.
Huh. That's actually surprisingly that is. Oh. Oh.
He has a unique sprite when he jumps.
Maybe he has little hands.
I think it's his forked tongue.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so yeah, that's Door. It's like surprisingly holds up well considering its age as well. So with that, I'd say that belongs in kind of the mine category because it's one of those like it's like nuts and milk and like those kind of like puzzly kind of games. So I'd say this is more puzzle game than like a maze game.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, that last one was a puzzle.
Yeah, it's 100% a puzzle game.
All right, well,
It's a puzzle platformer.
with that, let's see.
How does it compare to Wrecking Crew?
Wrecking Crew? I would probably play that over Wrecking Crew.
Okay. Mario and Wario?
I would probably put that above Mario and Wario, and then probably Puzzle Boy / Quirk is kind of pushing it. Because I would definitely say it's not better than Tetris Plus. How about in between Puzzle Boys and Mario and Wario?
Sounds good to me.
Famitsu Magazine says it's as good as Super Mario Brothers and Donkey Kong.
Sure.
Let's see, it's episode 120, and that came out in 1981. I'm just gonna put Chunsoft, even though it's that one guy. NES. I'll put Plat. It is cute as all hell.
Oh yeah. The game art is adorable.
And it's pretty approachable. Alright, like/dislike.
It seemed really straightforward. It is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Art and music.
There's no time limits, which you just take as long as you want, and you pretty much learned everything by level 3.
It's surprisingly approachable.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything to dislike.
Yeah. Once again, I can see why people consider it a classic. It is a little strange it's never been released outside Japan.
Yeah. Alright. Well, I guess that's that. There we go. Okay. Well, let's see. Well, can't really think of anything else to tie, because, I mean, Lord knows anything else Enix is going to take way too long. Actually, well, let me take a look real quick, just to check something else. Or check something else. Yeah, these are, all the other games that Chunsoft made are either Dragon Quest, or other RPGs, or visual novels. So I think that is probably a good spot. And considering the episode we had yesterday, I think it is okay if we do a slightly shorter episode.
I mean, we hit the 2-hour mark. It's fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday's episode still owes us quite a bit.
I mean, it's not the worst we've done.
Yeah. Actually, that one might be cutting it close.
It's up there. It's definitely up there.
I think we should take a lesson from both games and end when we've done enough.
Yes. That sounds good to me.
Take a lesson from both games and solve the Why the Wolf Wish.
Indeed. All right. Well, with that, let me prepare the music to prepare for next episode. I'm just trying to determine which one I should pick. Let's do this. So, thank you all for watching. If you're watching this on Twitch, you can follow my YouTube channel by going to youtube.ldp.life, and I upload edited versions of these episodes, usually on Sundays. And you can also see backlog episodes, and also going back to Ranking Shmups as well. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can follow me on Twitch by going to twitch.tv/LoadedPuzzlo. I record these episodes Fridays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Saturdays at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to keep up to date with what I'm doing, you can follow me on Twitter @LoadedPuzzlo. And if you want to do the same, and also take part in polls, one of which will be ending probably tomorrow, you can join my Discord server by going to discord.ldp.life, and that will take you straight to my Discord server, providing you have a Discord account. Okay, with that, thank you all for watching. Next episode, the most sincere form of flattery, in which we take a look at games which might borrow more than a handful of elements from other games. Games like Codename Viper, and 3D Battles of World Runner, and World Karate Championship. So yes, tune in next time. Thank you all for watching again. Hope you have a good night.
Just remember, kids, it's okay to be short, but I will look down upon you.